Hey dudes, what is going on? Welcome to the first ever episode of How to Minecraft, where I'm going to be playing with my dad and teaching you guys exactly what to do in a Minecraft world. We're going to start off with the basics, and then we're eventually going to get into very technical stuff later on down the road in this series and later episodes. For those of you who have seen my content before, you know I like to automate as much stuff as I can. I'm very technical, so I'm going to bring that into this series, but we do need to cover the early game stuff before we can get into stuff that is too technical. So the first thing we're actually going to do is teach you how to set up a brand new single player world. Now, before we get into this, I do want to say we are playing in 1.16.3, so this is the Nether update. This is before the Caves and Cliff update. That's going to happen in 1.17. We are going to be playing with some mods and data packs. If you want to know what mods and data packs I'm using, all you have to do is join the Discord, which is linked down below. And I have all of the mods and data packs that I use in the Discord. So if you're going to play along with us, then definitely get the mods and data packs so that you have all the same resources that I have. I'll also include the seed that we're playing on down below. And I do want to say that the seed that we're playing on, we are not going to start at the actual spawn. We are playing on the Dude server, which is the server for the patrons of Dusty Dude. And we're going to start a little bit away from everyone else because I want this to seem like a single player world and a single player game so that you guys who are just starting out playing can start at the beginning and know exactly what you need to do. And then we'll get into the SMP aspects of everything later on down the road. So I will tell you where we are starting in this world on this seed so that you guys can play along with us if you really want to play along with us and start in the same place in the same world with the same data packs and everything. So the first thing that we want to do is go into single player and start this new world, and make sure you name this whatever you want to name it. I'm going to name it Dude server because we are playing on the Dude server. Go ahead and set this to survival. There's also hardcore and creative. Creative is where you can fly around and just get any blocks that you want. This is good for testing. We're not going to play that. We are going to play survival. And then there's also hardcore where you only get one life. It's set in hard difficulty and there's no cheats allowed. So you may have seen people play in hardcore before, but for this video, for this series, we are going to do survival. We are going to have it set to hard, but if you are not comfortable with the game yet, you can definitely set this to easy, normal, or even peaceful if you really want. We're going to play on hard difficulty just because that is what I like to play on. We're going to turn cheats on, so this allows you to change up some of the settings like fire tick. I do like to turn fire tick off, but if you do not allow cheats, you won't be able to do stuff like that. So I do recommend leaving cheats on just so that you can mess with the rules as you see fit. A bunch of rules in here. I'm just going to keep the default ones for now. We can change those later on because we have the cheats on. If we go into more world options, what we can do is make sure generate structures is on. I do want those on. I want to play default world. There's also super flat, large biomes, single biomes, caves. There's all sorts of different world type variations that you can play with. Let's just go ahead and play with default. No bonus chest, let's not do that. And for the seed, this is where you would type in your seed. So for the Dude server, the seed is this seed right here. I'll also have this down in the description. So if you do want to play along in the same world, all you got to do is type in that seed or copy and paste it from the description of this video, and then you can play along in the same exact seed, which the seed generates the world around you. So we're gonna have the same biomes around us, the same kind of structures in our worlds if you do use the same seed. And then all you have to do is click create new world, and then it's going to make your world, it's going to load it up, and then you're going to pop into this new world. So this is the natural spawn on the Dude server. So if you were to become a patron and join the Dude server, this is where you're going to spawn. So to actually get on the Dude server, I click multiplayer, and then the Dude server is right here. I can go ahead and join the Dude server. It's going to load up and connect me to the server. I put a lot of time and effort into my videos, and I would really appreciate it if you left a subscribe. It's free, it takes about 2 seconds, and you can always unsubscribe later if you really want. You can play on a server with me and the rest of the patrons and receive some other really cool benefits by becoming a Patreon today. So this is where we are going to be starting the How to Minecraft series right here. This is on the Dude server, and the location that we're going to do this at, as you can see on my screen. If we press F3, we can pull up the coordinates, and then we can go in right here. We can see that we're at around negative 465Y and then 3088Z. So you can come out to this location on your single player game if you want to play in the same location as us. There's my dad right there. So we're gonna hop into a call with my dad and figure out how to survive this first night in the How to Minecraft series. All right, so here we are in the How to Minecraft series with my dad. What's up, Dad?
Hello, Dusty.
Man, I love that shirt. It looks so blue and vibrant. But we're here in this world. We loaded in this blocky terrain. And now we got to get started in this world to make sure that we can survive this first night. So I think one of the first things we really have to do here is punch down some trees.
I agree.
I think this is something that everyone has to do when they first start. I think you have to do this. You can't get around it, but you have to punch down some trees. Once we get enough logs, what we can do is we're going to make a crafting table. And to make a crafting table, we're going to have to open up our inventories. So to move around, you press WASD, just like most computer games. To look around, you can move your mouse to look around and see what's around you. And then the break stuff, it's going to be the left click on your mouse, and then the place stuff down, it's going to be the right click on your mouse. So that's the very basic controls of this game. Now, if we need to open up our inventory, which we do right now, you press E. We can pick up the logs by left clicking them and then right click it into the crafting interface to only put down one. We get 4 planks from the oak log, 4 oak planks. We can put that in a square, just like that in the crafting interface, and then we get our first crafting table. We put that down by right clicking, and then we can open this up, get more planks, and then we can also put the planks in this formation to make some sticks. Now, if you don't know what to do with your resources, what you can do is you can go ahead and open up this crafting recipe book, and it'll show you everything you can make. So I could literally just click in here and say, okay, we want to make some sticks. Now there's a few things we want to make. The first thing I would say is a pickaxe, because now we can go use the pickaxe on some stone. There's other tools that you can make. You can also make an axe. Now that's for cutting down logs. That'll help you get logs a little bit faster. The pickaxe is for getting through stone a little bit faster. We could also make a wooden sword, just like that, with that recipe right there. And we could also make a shovel just like that, and the shovel would be good for digging up grass and dirt and that stuff. The sword, of course, would be for hurting mobs and killing the mobs and getting the drops from mobs. So I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a wooden axe and a wooden pickaxe so that we have these basic tools. I feel like those are the most basic ones. Then we can pick up these crafting tables we made here, and we can go get some stone so we can go get some cobblestone and make some better tools. All right, so we got our crafting table, and we kind of have to hurry here because the sun's gonna go down and mobs are gonna attack. So Dad, why don't we go up to these mountains right over here and start looking for some coal so that, you know, we can cook some food. We do have some cows around us, which is really good. We can eventually get food from them. And one of the early game things that you need to do is look for resources like coal. We're also going to be looking for iron in some caves, but it's also to get food, and you have to kill some of the mobs around to get food. We're not going to be vegetarians in this series just because the hunger that the steaks from the cows fill up is a lot better than going out and looking for carrots. So we're going to go ahead and work our way to getting some steaks here. Now this right here is coal. We also want to get some of this stuff. This is stone, and when you break the stone, we're gonna get cobblestone from it. Now when we get the cobblestone, we can put the cobblestone in our crafting book right here. We do need some more sticks to do this. We can put them in this same shape to get an even better pickaxe. So now that we have this pickaxe, as you can see, it's a little bit faster mining the stone to get more of this stone from the side of this hill right here. So let's go ahead and get some more stone so that we can build a few more tools with it. And then let's go ahead and get this coal. Another thing that you can do with coal is you can combine it with sticks to make torches. Now torches are a light source, and that means that we can go down in the caves, put down some torches in the caves, and look for some resources down in the depths of this world as well. And that's going to be very helpful for us. That's where we're going to find a lot of good resources that are going to help us in our world here. We could just keep chopping down the oak trees. Don't focus on the birch. If we keep chopping down the oak trees, we're going to get some apples dropping from those leaves eventually, and then that can be a good source of food for us. If we really have to, we can go look for some fish in the ocean and try and hunt some fish. I do want to try and keep some of the cows alive around us so that we can turn that into a farm, so that we can keep breeding the cows and getting more steak and more food source from them. I'm not sure if we'll get to that today, but we will definitely get to that very, very soon. Maybe not in this episode, then definitely the next one. Another thing I forgot to mention is that you can sprint around this world if you hold down Control and then press W. I think you can also double press W and you'll start sprinting. Okay, so I haven't seen any apples drop from the trees yet.
I actually picked one up.
Dad does have an apple.
Do you want it?
No, you can hold on to it. You're also gonna need food. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and jump in here, try and see if I can kill some of these cod and use this as a food source. I do want to use the axe to hit these guys. The axe will do a lot more damage than the pickaxe or my fist. So let's go ahead and come in here and see if we can get any more of these guys. But you also need to pay attention when you're swimming. You see the little bubbles on the right side, right above the pork chops. The pork chops show how hungry you are, and you can't refill your hearts unless your pork chops are full, and we need food to fill up our pork chops. And also when you're swimming, you'll see that there's bubbles right above that. That's you holding your breath. You can hold your breath for a while, but if you hold it too long, then you'll eventually run out of air, and then you can drown and then lose hearts, and you can die doing that. So you got to be really careful when you're underwater to pay attention to that and make sure you're not underwater for too long. You may also notice that we are getting some cod heads from killing these fish. We're also getting the fish themselves. But the cod heads, that is a data pack, so that is not in vanilla Minecraft. But if you did get the mods and the resource packs from the Discord, then you should have that resource pack as well, and you should be able to get mobs heads with us here. That right there is a drown, so that is a enemy. That is a an aggressive mob, and he will come after us and try and hurt us. So I'm gonna go ahead and stay away from him right now. We're not in any sort of position to be fighting that guy quite yet. All right, so now it's getting dark and mobs are gonna start coming out. So let's find somewhere to just build a very basic shelter. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down this crafting bench and get some of these planks that we got from the trees. Turn some of the logs into planks, and then we're gonna build up a shelter right here. Now we need these walls to be at least 2 high. I'm gonna build this 3 high, just like this. We're gonna go ahead and build up these walls so that no mobs are gonna be able to get to us in here. Also, you see someone on the server with us is sleeping, and we have single player sleep on, which is kind of nice, which means that they're gonna sleep away the night so that we don't actually have to. So now we have this super basic shelter built. Mobs won't be able to get to us except for spiders right now. Spiders will come over the top. So what we need to do is we need to make some slabs and actually cover up the top of the roof with the slabs so that spiders won't be able to get in here. Another thing we can do is put a door in our little base, our little early game base right here, just like this. And if you put 6 planks in that shape right there, you'll be able to get oak doors. So then we can go ahead and just put our door right like that so that nothing will be able to get in here and harm us. And then let's cover the rest of this with slabs just so that we are safe in here. It is going to get really dark in here when we slab this completely off. But another thing that we can do now is we can put some we can make some torches, which to do that you put coal in the top and sticks in the bottom. You can make torches just like that. So I did make myself 12 torches. Now what we can do is put the torches on the wall of our little early game base right here just to light it up a little bit. And another thing that we need to do is make a furnace. Okay, so I do have 8 cobblestone, so I can put those in a shape like that and make a furnace. My dad also had a furnace, so we're gonna go ahead and put down 2 furnaces that we have already. So then to open up the interface of the furnace, you right click on it, and now we can start putting food or ore if we had any ore in here to smelt that up. 1 piece of coal is gonna cook 8 pieces of cod, so that we're gonna have some food so that we can go mining. So in case it's still night for you, if you're doing a solo world and you build up this base for the nighttime, I'm gonna show you guys how you can go down and actually do some stuff in your world even when it's night and you're scared to go outside, because zombies and skeletons and spiders will all start spawning when it gets too dark out during the nighttime, and they'll try and attack you. So right now, we're just gonna wait for this food to cook up so that we'll have some kind of food source. As you can see right now, my hunger is really low, which means that my health will not regenerate. But if I take some of this food out of here and I start eating the cooked cod, you see it'll fill up some of my hunger. Once I get my hunger filled up all the way, my hearts will regenerate. Now, you can't eat the fish while it's raw. The only problem with that is that it won't fill up as much of your hunger, and it'll also make it so that your health doesn't regenerate as fast when you fill up your hunger. You may notice that we also have oak saplings from chopping down those trees. So what we can do is we can actually plant these right out front of our house so that we can grow some trees in the future that will grow, and then we can get wood from these trees right here. So I think those will look really nice right there. Oh, so that tree just grew. It does take just a little bit of time. These trees will grow. I also put these torches next to the trees because the trees do need light next to them. So if it's nighttime outside and these trees aren't getting enough light, you can just put a torch next to them so they get enough light. But in your world, it may still be dark because we don't have a bed yet and we can't sleep away the night. So I'm going to show you guys what to do if it's still nighttime and you're stuck in this bunker that you built for this first night here. This is a quick vibe check. Let me know how hard you're vibing down in the comments below. And if you're vibing hard, make sure you leave a like and subscribe so that you can join the Dusty tribe. Cool, let's get back into the video. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dig down and we're gonna look for some resources that we need. Mostly I wanna look for some iron, maybe some more coal. And if we get lucky, we may even be able to find some better resources than that. So at this point, what we wanna do, if you have the voxel map mod, we need to go down to about level 11. Right now we're at 60. If you don't have that mod, what you need to do is press F3. That's going to bring up your coordinates again. Right now we're at level 60. We need to get down to 11. So we're going to keep digging down in this staircase just like this. Maybe dig down 3 blocks every time we go down. Oh, right there, we found some iron already. I want to put these torches in my offhand, so I'm going to highlight them and then press F. So now you can see the torches are in my offhand now, so I can just right click on the wall to put down the torch and get some light down here. This is our first iron dad, which this is really cool. This is gonna be really helpful to us. So let's go ahead and dig all this out. All we need to do is put some of this iron ore into a furnace and smelt it up, and then we'll be able to make some better tools, some better gear. We can make better pickaxes, which will help dig stuff a little bit faster. We can get some armor so that we can take on some of the bad guys a little bit better. So this is a great first step that we've already found this stuff. So as we dig down, we're finding new rocks, new kinds of stone down here. This right here is granite, and this right here is diorite. They're both different variations of stone, and this stuff right here, it's slightly different than the stone. This is andesite right here. So you're gonna see different recipes pop up in the top right corner when we collect this stuff. It's just saying that we can craft new stuff. And as we dig down lower, you can see that the durability on my pickaxe in the bottom left of my screen right here, you can see it's getting orange, it's gonna turn red, and then my pickaxe will break when it loses enough durability. If we want to be able to open this up and see how much durability it has, what we can do is do F3 and H. Now this is going to make it so that you can see the durability of your tools just by highlighting over it. As you can see there, 28 out of 131. So that's super useful. Also, if you have the durability mod that I also have, you can see it in the bottom right corner. And then the tools will even make a sound when they are about to break. So yeah, with the durability mod that I have, you can actually hear the sound. Like listen right here. Of the pickaxe actually losing durability there, and it's about to break. So we're gonna have to make a new pickaxe here in a second once we break this one, because we're only on level 34 right here, 33, and we need to get all the way down to level 11. So luckily my dad has a crafting bench that I can go ahead and take. Let's go up to this little hole in the wall over here, place that down, and then we can use all of this cobblestone that we're getting to make more tools. I also don't have any sticks or wood, so I'm definitely gonna have to borrow that from my dad as well. Do you have any sticks or wood I can borrow?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, perfect. So if we open this up, we can go ahead and let's make a couple more pickaxes just like that. We can put these in our inventory, and then let's keep continuing digging down.
So what's the reason we're putting the lights, the torches every few feet?
That's just so we can see. Also, it's preventing mobs from spawning, so mobs can only spawn in a light level of 7 or below. So if you pull up the F3 screen, you'll be able to see the light level. So light level is right here, so it's saying there's 9 blocks of light right here. But if we walk down a little bit more, you're gonna see, okay, so this is 5 blocks of light. So mobs would spawn here, they would also spawn right here, but right here they won't spawn, which means that we need to put a torch right about here. So now you can see the light level is a lot higher, and then no mobs will spawn here. We can actually see all the mobs around us on the mini map. So in the top right corner, that is voxel mini map mod. So that is not normal in Minecraft, but I do like playing with it, so we're gonna play with it on this series, on this server. And you can see all the mobs around us. They're probably in caves all around us, or maybe they're up above, maybe it's dark outside. We're also finding more iron here, so this is really good. This is a good amount of iron. We're gonna be able to make some gear so that we can take on some of these mobs a little bit easier and not get as hurt dealing with them. So let's just collect all this, and now there's also coal down here, so we can be collecting this up as well, so we can cook some food and make more torches. Early game like this, it's really good to get all of these types of resources that you can right off the bat.
So how are we gonna get out of here?
Yeah, so, I mean, if you dig yourself in a hole like this, trying to get resources or whatnot, you can always pillar yourself out, which you just look straight down, hold down right click, and then you can jump, and it'll put a block right under you, and then you can pillar upwards. Okay, so now we just need to dig down to Y level 11, which we've done right here. Now, you want to come down to Y level 11 because that's where you can find diamonds in Minecraft. Diamonds are a resource that is similar to iron ore, but it's a lot more durable and it's a lot better to be using for your tools and your armor. So that is kind of like some of the end game armor and tools that you want to get. So now we've dug down here though, and we have this all set and ready to go. We're gonna do some mining expeditions down here and try and find some diamonds and some other resources. But for now, let's go up top. Let's smelt up all the iron we got and start making some tools and armor for ourselves. All right, so let's go ahead and smelt up all of our iron that we got. Let's go ahead and put 8 in this furnace with that piece of coal. Put 8 in this furnace with that piece of coal. Now, with that smelting, that takes some time. So why don't we go check on our trees to see how they're doing? Oh my gosh, God, there's a skeleton out here. Why is he not burning? Oh my gosh! That is a mob. It must have been night. He must have spawned out here. That was really sketchy. I don't know if you guys will be able to survive taking on a zombie or a skeleton like that yet. Those guys are kind of aggressive, but we do have this tree right here. Let's go ahead and chop down this tree while we have the time. This is good. We're making new trees. We're getting more logs, and you can't really play Minecraft without the logs. Let's plant that back down there and get that to grow another tree in the future. Let's go ahead and light up some of these other saplings we've placed so that they have light to grow. Now let's go ahead and check back here and see if all of our iron ores turned into ingots yet. Okay, so now that we have these 8 ingots, my dad is also going to get 8 because we had 16 total. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make us an iron pickaxe, so that'll be very useful for mining diamonds. You can't mine diamonds without having an iron pickaxe, otherwise the diamond ore will just break and you won't get the diamond from the diamond ore. Then we can go ahead and put this armor on our head, so we can either do that by opening up our inventory and dragging it there, or you can have it in your hand and then right click and that'll just put it on you. So now you can see we're all suited up and ready to go to take on some zombies, to take on some of the mobs from the outside world that might be trying to harm us. The sun is setting, the sunset is beautiful. Look at it light up the clouds, and let's go ahead and check out some of the nightly mobs that the world will create around you. This right here is a zombie. These guys are kind of useless. They just come after you and they're an annoyance. You could probably take him on. Just make sure that you don't get too close to him. As you can see, he dropped a potato, so that is actually very, very useful for us early game. He also drops rotten flesh. That is useless. You can't really do much with that. These guys right here are called creepers. Now you got to be careful with these guys. They'll blow up your builds and they'll blow you up. If you get too close to them, they do that little animation where they kind of get a little bit larger and then they blow up and they blow everything around them. So you definitely want to make sure that those are not spawning around any of your builds. Let's not talk about these guys yet. These guys are pillagers, so we're just going to try and avoid those guys as much as we can right now because we will probably get destroyed by them. We can see there's more zombies over there. We can see some skeletons over there. I'm going to stay away from the skeletons because those guys will probably wreck me. I do want to show you guys, this is a spider right here. So the spiders are aggressive at night, but then if you see them during the day, they will actually be passive. These guys actually have some good drops. They drop spider eyes and they also drop some string. But as you can see here, I'm taking a beating from these guys, so this is why it's good to have these bunkers early game. As you can see, he just dropped a spider eye. Let's go ahead and get back into our bunker and hide from these guys. So we need to get back into our bunker. We're also getting tagged by these guys now. Let's go ahead and get in here. Oh man. And yeah, so I feel very safe in here. Nothing's gonna get us in here. These guys don't know what to do.
That was crazy.
So you want to be careful when you're exploring at night. Maybe light up the area around your base a little bit so that a lot of this stuff doesn't spawn, because you will get destroyed if you're not careful. That's why making one of these bunkers is essential. But yeah, in the next one, we're going to get more into farms. But that's it for this one. I will see you guys in the next episode. Dad, you want to say goodbye?
Dad out.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.